So let me ask you something. Have you or any member of your family ever bought shares and then forgot you bought these shares? Either through public offers, those adverts you see companies advertise their public offers on newspaper, Twitter, or other social media sites, or through stockbrokers. Here is the truth. There are literally, in fact, there are billions of unclaimed dividends in Nigeria just sitting idle. Nobody has laid claim to it, and it's probably in one pool account that was created to just pull people's dividend, and it's just gathering there. And you yourself, you're trying to build your wealth, you're trying to build your income, not knowing that there's literally thousands or even millions of dividends in your name waiting for you to claim those dividends. This video is for you. Watch till the end. I'll show you how to claim your shares and your unpaid dividend in any single Nigerian company, because shares don't expire. Dividends don't expire. They are all ready and waiting for you to reclaim them. So watch on and let's explore this. Hi, welcome to Independently Tessa. If you're new here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today, I will be giving a complete NGX recovery guide. Whether you bought a share through public offer or a stockbroker, or someone in your family bought those shares on your behalf, today I will be giving you a complete guide on how you can recover those shares and you can recover all your unpaid dividends that have been owed to you over the years. First, we will start with buying of shares through a public offer. Before we step into the complete recovery guide, you need to know of three key institutions. First, the company you bought, any company listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Then second, we have the registrars. The registrars handle the complete record of all shareholders a company has, and they are in charge of dividend. Then we have the CSCS. The CSCS is the Central Security Clearing System, and they are the ones in charge of the electronic shares. The registrars records, while the CSCS electronic records. And each shareholder has a CSCS number, and when you open a shareholder's account, a CSCS number is assigned to you. The company are in charge of declaring dividends, the registrars are in charge of paying dividends, and CSCS are in charge of electronic records of shareholders. This is how the circle goes. So we are now moving on to public offer. If you bought your shares through public offer, or if any member of your family bought shares for you through public offer or for themselves through public offer, step one is to find the company's registrars. Usually you can actually go to Google and Google this and you get this information. Google has the information for the registrars of most stock companies listed on the NGX. For example, I think GTCO is Africa Prudential, then Zenith Bank is Veritas, then Sterling Bank is Space, NIDF is Coronation. These registrars are not secret. You can actually find out with a simple Google search. And if you can't find out with a simple Google search, all you just have to do is to go to the company's website, go to where their information is, then look for the registrars. When you see the registrars, you get the registrar's email. Send them an email. The email should include your full name, your house address as of the time you bought those shares, and the phone number as of the time you bought those shares. Of course, if you have any extra information that is available to you, you can actually submit those information. But this scenario we're talking about is a scenario where you bought your shares through public offer and you forgot about it, or you don't know how to retrieve it, so you might not even have any extra information on these shares. So just give them what you have and then leave the rest for them to handle. Don't worry, they can trace it. Shares don't easily get lost. You just have to be willing to put in the work and the patience to retrieve back your shares, because we are in Nigeria, so you need to have patience. So after you've sent them an email and you've submitted your information to them and they were able to trace your record, the next step is they will decide your dividend status. If the company you bought has been paying dividend over the years, and then they will calculate how many units of the company you actually have. Because at that point when it was bought for you, or when you bought it, you paid a certain amount for a certain number of shares. So they will determine that through your records, and then they will determine your dividend status, if it has been paid to you over the years or if it has not been paid. They will determine if your shares are in electronic form, were bought in electronic form, or if they were bought in paper form. If they are in electronic form, you are good to go. You can actually go to the website of the registrars and then get access to your dashboard, get access to your information, and you can view everything from your dashboard. But if they are in paper form, then you actually need to go the extra mile to dematerialize your shares in order for them to become electronic. It's also not that difficult a process. You just need to be willing to put in the work and have the patience to see it done. Then we are going to the part 3. If your shares were bought through a stockbroker, maybe you visited a stockbroker's office, or maybe your parents, your grandfather, or your uncle, your auntie took you to a stockbroker's office when you were a kid, a teen, and then this office is no longer available physically in your region, the only option left for you to retrieve your shares is through the CSCS. Contact them if you can get their contact. If you cannot get their contact, then you visit their office. If you can, go to their physical location, and if you cannot go to their physical location, then you visit their investors portal. When you visit their investors portal, you provide them your full name, your date of birth, and your old address. all the information you used to purchase those shares, you provide it to the CSCS. After you've submitted this information to them, then they can confirm which company you bought, how much shares you actually own, and which broker handled the deal. And if those brokers that handled the deal no longer exist, maybe they've closed down or gone out of business, then breathe down. Shares don't expire, shares don't get lost. If you're an owner of a share, you're an owner of a share for life until you decide to pass them on to someone or sell those shares. So don't worry, those shares can be reassigned to you no matter what. As long as you were the one who bought those shares, someone bought those shares for you, they can always be reassigned back to you. Next, we are moving on to the scenario where shares was bought for you as a form of inheritance by a family member, and now you're 18 years and older and want to claim those shares. First step is to provide your birth certificate, provide a valid ID, and provide a bank account to the registrars of that company. If it was in the form of a trust where the shares was bought in your parents' name but intended for you, and you now want to claim those shares, you would actually need, in addition to your birth certificate, you would actually need a transfer for your BVN, you would need your parents' ID, and in some cases, you might actually need an affidavit. Of course, I don't think every registrar will request for an affidavit, but just prepare those affidavits in case. You can go to any court. Affidavit is not more than 1,000. Well, I don't know about other states. You can go to any court, request an affidavit, and just keep it handy in case the registrars actually ask you for an affidavit when it comes to reclaiming those shares and transferring them back into your name. So all you just have to do is fill all these documents, scan them into PDF form, and email them to the registrars, and then they will take charge of the rest. Next, we are going to the main part, and this main part is how to recover unclaimed dividends. I don't want to say too much, but the amount of money, unclaimed money, Nigerians have sitting around, if that money was taken out and shared to every single poor Nigerian, they will not complain of hunger for a year. Nigerians are rich. Yeah, when you walk on the roadside, it seems like that's not true. But there are literally billions of unclaimed dividends just sitting there. Some the owners are dead, some the owners are not even aware it exists. Some are for pensioners who have died, and then their children and administrators are not even aware that this money is available and waiting to be claimed, and that money is just sitting there. The first step to claiming your unpaid dividend or recovering your unpaid dividend is through activating your e-dividend mandate. This is very important. Without your e-dividend mandate, you are not getting paid. E-dividend mandate is very, very important. Even as someone who is aware that you're supposed to be earning dividend and you're not seeing dividend, you actually need to hurry up and activate your e-dividend mandate. If you bought a company stock and then they are supposed to be paying dividend and you're not seeing any dividend into your bank account, then your e-dividend mandate needs to be activated. All you just have to do is send an email to the company registrars. They are the one in charge. You can actually go to any bank and then collect the dividend mandate for different registrars. When you fill those forms, you send an email to the company's registrar with your passport attached to it, and then you'll be requested information like your BVN, your valid ID, and your bank account. When you fill the form with all this information and staple your passport to the top of this form, you can scan it into PDF form and email it to the email of the registrar for the company you're trying to claim the dividend from. And when you've been registered and recorded for e-dividend mandate, automatically all your unpaid dividend would now be remitted into the bank account you submitted. If you don't want to walk into any bank branch to get your e-dividend mandate form for these registrars, you can actually send an email to that company registrar and tell them to give you an e-dividend mandate form. They will give you, and it's also the same process. You fill in your information, your BVN, your bank account, your details, then you staple your passport to the top, and then you scan it and you send it back to them. Or you can actually visit the office of the Securities Exchange Commission, you can actually fill the form there, submit it, and they will also take it up from there. So you see, you have different options. So please don't give up when you run into one or two roadblocks by thinking about the bureaucracy, the process. There is always different options you can use to claim this unpaid dividend. You can constantly send emails, you can visit bank branches, you can actually visit the Securities Exchange Commission, and if these people are not willing to actually pay your unclaimed dividend, then there's always the option of reporting to the CBN. Believe me, when you take your report to the Central Bank of Nigeria, they don't take it lightly. So never ever give up. Your money is your own. After you've gone through this step, either submitted your e-dividend mandate form to any bank or to the Securities Exchange Commission or to the registrars themselves through your email, after you've done all these steps and you've been verified and everything has been settled, all unpaid dividend will automatically be paid to the bank account that you submitted. And after that has been done, all future dividend will now be paid automatically into the bank accounts that you submit. Now I am talking about dematerialization. If you were given any certificates for shares you bought, or you hold certificates but you want them to be electronic, you can actually do it through your registrars or through your stockbrokers. You would need to fill a dematerialization form, and then you will need to bring any ID requirements they might ask of you. Then you need to submit a signature specimen to them. Mostly you will sign on a piece of paper, scan it into PDF form, and also submit it to them. After you've been processed, then you can trace your shares on your dashboard in your registrar's website or application. Next, we are going to if the shareholder dies. If a shareholder dies and the shares are in his name, don't panic. These shares will not disappear. These shares will not expire. It belongs to the shareholder, and all you need to do is to provide a death certificate of the death of this shareholder, and then you need to provide a letter of administration and valid ID of all beneficiaries to these shares. This is a very, very long process, and with the nature of Nigeria and how Nigeria tries to automatically put roadblock in front of you, it might actually quite become longer, because Nigerians don't like making it easy for other Nigerians. Bureaucracy is too much, and sometimes it is actually unnecessary bureaucracy that could be easier on you, but they don't make it easier on you. So all you just have to do is have patience. The main basics of this video is identify the company, confirm the number of shares you actually have, identify their registrars, dematerialize these shares, complete your e-dividend mandate, and get your money paid directly into your submitted bank accounts. Reclaiming your money or recovering your inheritance is absolutely possible, and you just need to put on the work and have patience with the Nigerian system. Just think about it. At the end of this journey, I'm going to recover my money, so everything I'm going through is going to be worth it, and after that, more dividend will be paid to me in the future through this effort, so I won't give up. Don't forget to like and share this video to people out there who might actually need it, so more and more people can actually work towards reclaiming their money or reclaiming their inheritance, which we can actually use to earn more and grow our finances. Next video, I'll be talking about the top 5 agri companies on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and their potential for growth or capital appreciation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you